Robbie Savage, coming to you live from Syracuse, New York, and Rock Bottom Reviews, where we're clearing out our backlog. That's right, hundreds and hundreds of hours of games that I have already bought and never touched. That's how we're gonna save money and have a good time this week, and I bet you, the customer out there, have plenty of things in your backlog. Why don't we check it out? You like excitement? Do you like RPGs? Do you like hours and hours and hours and hours of games you've already paid for? Well, why don't you do something about it, you stupid bastard? Rock Bottom Reviews!
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted. You know me. I did my research, watched as you became the soldier we needed you to be.
Wrong footage, sort of! This week we decided to clear out all the stops. I got rid of R2-D2 and got a new model, HAL 9000, to take care of our footage. But unfortunately, he played the wrong audio footage, so R2's back in and HAL's back out. So let's get back to the show!
There comes that point in time of every gamer's, God, I hate that word, gamer's life where you have that dreaded scenario. You're out of scratch, have a stack full of games you've quote-unquote collected over the past months which haven't been played, and yet you feel as if you have quote-unquote nothing to play, quote-unquote, quote-unquote. It's called the Backlog, and this week I have decided to be fiscally responsible and socially irresponsible by playing through a few of these rascals. This list is compiled completely of either games I have barely played but have totally bought, or games I forgot I even picked up. It's a compulsion, and the fun ratio and my garnished wages dictates that I do it as cheaply as freaking possible. So here we go. Number 1 on my list may as well be the only game on the list considering the staggering level of content with which it pummels you from the get-goes. I'm speaking of Disgaea D2, or Disgaea, I'm not quite sure. A Brighter Darkness on PS3. This is a direct sequel to a game which I have never played on the PS2, but I'm guessing it was a pretty darn good one. It's a strategic RPG with your basic grid-based combat system, but it gets totally turned on its head, and I'll tell you why. This game is completely breakable on purpose. It allows for endless grinding, building your squads up to ridiculous levels, creating new characters, adjusting the settings to the way you want it via the cheat store, and so much more. I couldn't even tell you how many levels of the actual story there are. You know I don't pay attention to that shit anyways. That being said, the art style is really charming, the voice acting is acceptable, and the concept is acceptable. Demons and Angels or something. It's long. Less than $20 if you can find it. If you're like me, you may have bought it a long time ago and completely forgot you did. Our second entry comes to us live from how lazy I have become about practicing my instruments. It's Rocksmith 2014, and it's pretty cool. I received this as a Christmas present and was really into it for about 5 minutes, then got lazy again about playing my damn guitar. When you're as mediocre at it as I am, it's easy to quit, but here's the thing and why it's worth another look. The lessons are actually pretty good. The features make it easy to stay in tune, learn some new songs, sure, but what makes it uber cool is the practice room in which you can change all the sounds of your guitar, choose what instruments you want to follow you, the tones, and the pace. Start improvising some stuff and all of a sudden it plays along with you. Not the most advanced system in the world, but I can tell you that for what it costs, it's very worthy. I have made a ton of guitar music that will really inspire the children of the world someday. Moving on to some more wasted money I'm trying to make good on, and that's the Sonic Sega Genesis Collection, and the copy of Phantasy Star Universe for Xbox that I purchased the other day for $3. You may ask, what's the relationship between the two? But you would indeed be slightly thick, because the collection has Phantasy Star 2 and 3 right in there. Accompany it with my Dreamcast copy of Phantasy Star Online and the Phantasy Star Universe disc I just told you I bought, and you start to get the picture. These games have been around forever, and I've not experienced any of them. That's a damn crime. More of a crime than all the bootlegging I do for my Dreamcast in the first place. The third entry on our short list, sent from a short bus, is indeed a huge chunk of the Phantasy Star series. They all appear to be a little bit different, but one thing I know for sure is there are hondos of hours of gameplay here that has just been sitting on my shelf. Not to mention the fact that I only just now realized that Shining Force is also on the Genesis collection, and all of a sudden that feeling that I had of nothing to play becomes more shameful. But that's my point. Even a collector and a fun lover like myself can bite off more than he can chew, and not realize how much great value he has already acquired. I encourage you gamers, give me a better word please and I'll use it, out there to check up on your own backlog of games before buying any more. You may not realize how much fun you have sitting in your mom's basement right now. Keep rocking out with the fun ratio. Spend less for more fun and you win. Isn't it always the goal of games to win?
We're clearing out the shelves! You want Panty Raider? We got Panty Raider! You want some X-Men nonsense? That's actually a video about the X-Men nonsense? We got that! Prince of Persia? Sure, why not? Prince of Persia is a country that didn't exist exactly anymore. Wow, we've got Final Fantasy X2! I better not throw this one. Okay, Connect Adventures! Oh, Grand Theft Auto Collection, you know it! ATF, etc. Millions of games, tons of games!